Okay, hi guys. So I'm here again with the same tema, which is the alcohol addiction. We will talk about more kind of addictions, and this video would be about how to heal, how to come over the addiction, how to come out from that. Um, I'm a person which really needs to experience everything to understand. I'm not the kind of person who takes the informations as real and facts and truth. I have to find my own truth by myself, and this I find by experiences. So if there is a thing I don't understand or I have to deal with, I come into and then I come out and can analyze it, and that's why I can give you now these messages, and I'm very thankful for that, and I hope it can help someone, because we are all having the same troubles, the same problems, and the same issues in a little bit different levels, but we all deal with the same things inside. As we are all one, we have all the same desire to be happy and loved, and we have all the same fears to be able to survive or to be healthy, or we deal with all the same emotions. It's just energy. So I hope I can really give some good tips and advices for people that are struggling with some kind of addiction, because the base of the addictions is the same. So as I said in the last video, there is a underground that's really not easy to realize, the point where it switches into from the party and fun making and sometimes drinking into the everyday drinking and habit. uh, that it's very difficult to realize, and even high alcoholics are not sometimes able to realize that. Many people will tell you that they're not alcoholics even if they drink every day, because it's just not the alcohol and inhibition is blocking the consciousness about yourself, because those people are like scared to make the reflection. The mind is afraid, the ego is afraid to make the reflection, because then it knows it would fall down, this construct, it would break this construction down about yourself, and about like your the illusion about that you are okay and that you have no problem. That's what ego does. It likes to feel powerful, so it likes to feel the best, and it likes to feel super healthy. I have no problem, stuff like that. So the mind is blocking itself to not uh, accept that fact that you might be alcoholic. I am convinced that if you drink every day, you are alcoholic. There is many different levels of alcoholism, of course, but the point of alcoholism and addiction is that you need to stop to break the habit, and you have to create another habit. So the life, for my experience, very transcendental experience, is that life is like we are addicted to life. We are here thanks to the addictions in this world. We are addicted even to water, to food, to air, to breathe. So that's like the base of to be materialized in this earth is the addiction, something which you need to make every day, all the time, because otherwise you would not feel good, or to start being missing. So but I found out that we just kind of need to find the right addictions, and that the right rituals, the right behavior to keep doing that every day, on and on, and so grow this good character in us, or grow the soul, liberate the soul from suffering, liberate the soul from fears, and grow up. So the first, what I think, is just to realize if the habits in you that they are wrong, that you know that you're harming yourself. I explained in the last video that I think that the aggression and the bad behavior under the drugs is coming from that the soul knows that you're doing something wrong, your body knows that you're harming it, and your mind knows it too, but the ego blocks that whole process. So you're actually like masochistically killing yourself, and uh, you don't want to see that, yeah. And so it's necessary to be really self-reflective, to be really not trying to hide it, and to really openly say, this is the first moment where you have to say, yes, I am alcoholic. It's not, not finding uh, any other excuses. No, I'm not. I do that because this, because that, because it relaxes me. That the mind, and before you accept that you are alcoholic, the mind tries to find the the excuses for not to be facing that, to be reflecting the truth. Um, that's the first step you have to make. Assume that if you drink every day, assume that you are alcoholic and you have a problem with alcoholism. Nobody wants to see himself like, oh, I have a problem. Not really. We want to feel strong. We want to feel like we have no problem and we are over everything, and I can stop whenever I want. This is a lie. Of course, you can stop when you want, but you won't stop with this excuse. You put yourself in the circle and you say this because of not to have stop. Now you will do it when you want. Of course, this is the base. The one thing you have to want to stop. But this one thing we can push years and years and years till the point where we want, but we can't anymore. I just have another friend died. He was high alcoholic. I lost many in a few years, so I feel really as a duty to speak about that and to probably save lives too. I mean, we are not immortal, but at least that the life is good and fulfilled, and that we don't have to feel that pain, and that we kind of, go through the life more easy. So what is the first thing? That is the self-reflection. Since the point that you accept that you're alcoholic, you have certain sickness, okay? Because this is kind of sickness. We are sick because we drink. We are taking poison. We're poisoning ourselves. So the first step is assume that fact. Then you can work with that. If you say like, oh, but I like it, it's not harming me really, it's like I'm okay with it, see exactly how your body feels. What is your health issues? Is your stomach okay? Do you feel sometimes pain of livers or kidneys? Do you have back pain? A lot of is your skin dry? Are you like dehydrated all the time? Are you missing vitamins? Like, weak. You feel your body weak. Do you have diarrhea? Or you cannot go in toilet? You have issues like that? So then that means your body is giving you the sign that it does not want alcohol and it cannot deal with that, right? This is the first sign which body gives you. Then the second sign is that the emotions give you the sign. Are you feeling anxious? Do you have panic attacks? Do you have, depressions? Do you feel like guilty? Because that's the circle we make. You want to stop, but you didn't assume the part that, okay, I want. You didn't come in the point when you stop. So it makes you feel guilty, and this guilt makes this close circle. Then you feel guilty, you feel bad, and you go to buy a beer to just, not have to deal with that. Just forget it. But it will not go away. it will just get worse. So look at your body. Look really honestly how your body is, how your health situation is. There is again excuses like, no, but I eat good, I eat meat, and I eat strong, and it's okay. I am powerful. I don't feel weak. Um, that's all excuses because you know exactly what you feel inside and what you try to hide because you're not to have to stop. Then so another step, when you assume this and when you assume that you have problems, maybe you have problems in relationships with a partner, your family, you're always getting in fights, you're always angry or sad or depressed, or always, you know, we all dealing with that issues and with these emotions. The problem of alcohol especially is that it just profounds it, right? That it's just thrown you deep inside an emotion, and everything, every little emotion just feels like super big. Every little problem is just make it huge, you know. So it, the stopping the alcohol, it's not that it will change you and then you will be suddenly completely different person. The thing is that it softens the emotions, it make it more clear, and you will be able more work with that. Under alcohol, you are in complete disconnection, so you cannot handle the emotion, you cannot control them, you cannot handle this schizophrenia and this changing of uh, personalities. You cannot handle the tiredness also. You know, all your relationships are getting wrong and getting toxic because you just own drown, as I said, this black hole which drowns all the relationships, your emotion, your mind. So you need to be self-reflective. If you come in conclusion that it's really not making me good, you have to assume also that it is cause of many problems. It's just making them bigger, and you can just, you know, start to take control over it. You need to start to take control over yourself and your emotions. With drugs, you will be never able. It looks like, you know, it looks like that you, if you drink a beer, you just feel more relaxed, and it looks like I deal with that. No, you don't. You have to deal alone. Or you smoke weed, you think, okay, I smoke and I relax and I am, you know, more calm and it's okay. But you know what happened when you don't have the weed and you are used to, and it finishes. So you get super angry and nervous, super anxious. You start to shake. You start to be nervous and angry about everything. You even if you can have some reflection, you see that, ooh, what is that? So you cannot handle it. You just go with the substances from one extreme to another, right? So you really need to stop addictions. Why to stop addictions also is an important thing in a spiritual label. Addictions are open door for the black energies to come in, for the darkness. Also, when we are overloaded, when we are tired, there's this open door, and the biggest door open is the addictions. So under addictions we can really control, and black energies, demons, and negative energies can possess our mind. It is like that. Who wants to assume it can assume it, who doesn't. But I have these experiences. I talk only about my experiences. So then if there is this awakening of humanity, if there we get in the point that many people, they were never conscious, they start to become conscious now about things that you could not imagine. So that's very necessary that we really follow the light. We see that any kind of darkness now is attacking us very suddenly, and every single little negative energy, negative information is just drowning us down. It's really necessary now in this moment to stay stable and to stay in light, to be conscious, be trusting. And so that's why we need to handle these negative emotions and behavior and words and, you know, all this what can be just like touch to open the door to the down. Don't open the door, just don't give it a chance. We need to fight now in these times for the light, like fight for the peace. I don't like this expression, but it's really the fight with the dark to come in the light. We can transform it. We need to transform these negative emotions and negative energy into the positive, right? And it's a big work. So I started to work with first on the addictions that I can push them away and can start to control. What I said, uh, probably this video got last video got cut it, so I don't know exactly what it was, what I talked about. If I came in the moment that to the moment that um, if you stop to drink, that you become really clear in your mind and clear vision, inner vision and outside vision and outer vision. You really start to feel more bright as outside, so then inside you start to see the things. If you leave the alcohol, you start suddenly see where you have been. Since you were inside, you cannot see that, but if you're out, you can really see and analyze that, and you can start to work on that, you know, and you can really be like the observer of the things that were happen to you without your consciousness. You start to realize much more in complex, how everything is complex and how every action influenced your life, and yeah, this connection in the reality. So this is very, very motivative, because then you start also see your emotions really clearly, and you can, you know, see like, oh wow, I don't know, screaming too much, I'm angry too much, I'm nervous too much, I'm aggressive too much, I am just too much thinking, I'm too much this, too much that. You know, you start to see clearly where your limits actually are, and how with this addiction you were completely out of your limits, and you even let other people push out of your limit and manipulate with you. You were completely really like out of yourself and in complete discontrol, you know, with a lot of psychological sicknesses. Now you can start to see, because you see it from up, and you can start to see. I don't say that you will completely change in one day and you will be an angel. It's a hard work and long work, but it's worth that. You can just start to analyze it, and you can just start to kind of judge it and say, okay, this I don't want to do anymore, and you can work it out. And I have to say, every day I'm getting better. Every day I feel like I can really stop the action or soften it, or at least if the negative action comes out, I can say sorry. I can have this reflection and I can say sorry, I don't want to do that, I just, you know, freak out. So you can have this reflection, first saying sorry, then soften it, and then stopping it in the moment when the information, that when the thought comes, or when, you know, you can stop it. You can stop yourself to say negative word or judgment, or you know, any kind of aggression. Judgment is also a big open door to negativity and to darkness. Be careful. Then I make another video about, I have many issues to talk about. I really want to share with you guys. I'm very happy that I can do these videos. So then we go on. We have this clear vision, we have this clear mind. We can start to understand better what was happening in our life. When you are in it, you don't know why things happen. You feel like victim. You feel like, why this happened to me? What did I do wrong? I'm not a bad person. I don't want to be bad. Why this is happening? Because you have a special spirit on that's always influencing you. So we go out. How to go out now? Practical advices. First is this decision. Okay, I want to stop. I have really enough from that anything is going the good way, that everything is broken apart in the middle, and my job and my relationships, everything is just breaking and breaking, and my heart also, my emotions, I'm broken inside and I'm tired, I don't want anymore. So when you are in this stage, you need to decide and say clearly, I want to stop drinking. First, in this decision, you have to keep it clearly in mind. Then comes the moments that you say, oh, I don't care, just fuck it, I want to stop it and start. Come on, you are a little bit depressed, you're used to just drink and kill it. Then in this moment, you have to realize that, no, I decided once that I want to stop, and you have to keep this first thought in your mind forever. Because what I say for alcoholics is not anymore the way to take only one. Be careful, this is a trick, right? So you keep this strong in your mind, I want to stop. It's also good to, when you decide like that, say to everyone around you that you stop drinking. Say it to your friends, to your known people, to people everywhere. Say it. I stopped to drink. I stopped to drink. I don't drink anymore. Say that like this, and make around yourself in an environment this image that you stopped. The people sometimes will be very helpful for you, to you, when you have this downer and you feel like, oh, to to go for the glass again. Then if you are with friends, they will stop you. If they are good friends, they say, hey, come on, no, don't do it, you are like some days off drinking, so don't do that. That can be really supportive, and people will enforce you with that. What I say, the first, like, you have to really abandon this toxic environment. For sure, you have a friends in drinking, and that's why you're keeping that. You have maybe partner drinking, and that's why you're keeping that. You have to leave. It's no other way, because you will not be so strong enough to leave it if you are in this addiction when everybody around you is just drinking. So change. First moment is like, but that will be boring, that will be not me. What I do, I mean, I like parties now. What I do, you will see that you find many different activities, and that you find many different people with different energy, right? And suddenly what will come to you is the people with your true energy. You will suddenly irradiate not the demon, the evil, black down, and attract people which they are in the same manipulation, which are in the same trouble. You will not connect with another victim to victimize it, like to go like two victims and suffer and okay with drink. You will suddenly, when you are clear, attract the clear people to you. There will be different society levels, different minds, different you will really attract the reflection of your real energy and of your soul. You really start to attract your soulmates, not people that you connected before because of the addiction, right? Which those relationship, I mean, yeah, they were nice, but it's not really compatible. You see that it always break apart. So make your environment, surround yourself with clean people. I had to, for example, change island. I had to change place. As I'm traveler, this is maybe more easy for me, but yeah, I had to change place because there is really some locations, especially islands. If you're close in the island, it's really difficult to come out. That they are more toxic than the others, right? Uh, there is places, there is more spiritual people and awake people. There is suddenly you find people that so many people they stop to drink, right? In contrary, you have places where everybody is drinking and everybody smoking and it's kind of normal, and this will be really hard for you to deal with addiction, if the addiction is accepted by society like something normal, right? And you probably feel weird when you stop because they will look at you like you're weird. But go away from that. Just if you need to be alone, be alone. If you need to be with different people, go and to find, I don't know, go bibliothèque, go make sports, start to speak with I don't know, different parents, different people, which first it is for you like, oh no, it's not my people, but you will see that you have more and more in common, and that actually there are more your people than those before. I mean, changing environment is very helpful. Decision. Then physically, you be ready to carry a lot of water with you, a lot of liquids. I sometimes find out that this addiction is based also on doing something with the hands. It's also with tobacco, very like usual that you are feeling bored, so you just start to roll a cigarette or open the beer, and you feel like you are always busy. uh, it's necessary to find substitution of that first in the first moments, which they are hard. It can be some non-alcoholic drinks, or if you need really a non-alcoholic beer, but that's a little tricky because this has the same effect like to drink, and so I am able, if I make a party and I take non-alcoholic beer, I can drink a carton of non-alcoholic beer, which is like, economically it's not. But first, to help you through the parties or through the addiction of the drinking, we are really addicted to take a lot of liquids too. But actually, beer or alcohol itself, it's drying you out. So it's a liquid which takes all your vitamins, all your minerals out, and it's actually dehydrating you. You know that you take a glass, and why you feel thirsty and you need another glass. This is the effect that it's actually kind of diuretic, yeah. So be ready with a lot of water, drink a lot of water. Perfect thing is water with lemon, menta. Start to drink teas, switch off to teas, which you will find a big world of teas. You can use herbs, you can use, black, green tea, mate, chamomile, menta, I don't know what. You can try, I love ginger. So, start to improvise on this level. Also very good is for the start, maybe kombucha, which is this fermented drink. I suddenly realized that it really has an alcohol in it, little amount. So it's not really, unalcoholic, but it's really good substitution. It's really healthy. It detoxifies you. If you need to talk about more, maybe we can in another video to make about remedies. I I'm like very experienced naturopath, nature healer, and so I can say you which plant you use for what issues. And yes, so be ready with the drinks. You will be really hunting, will be thirsty, and you will be hunting this activity, right? Because the addiction is mental and it's emotional and it's also physical, right? Like with the movement. So then you will pass 3 days really hard, as I said in the last video. I subscribed it. It's physical, shaking, sweating, non-sleeping, or then it comes emotional and psychical. So that's like you will feel lost and depressed, maybe weak, and that comes all this negative emotions. It's 3 days of crisis. You have to be conscious when you are like that, not to make a big story from that. Not like, oh yeah, this is the end of the world. No, this is the just end of the alcohol, right? This is kind of natural reaction that the body in 3 days needs to, it's detoxifying. It's just this, you know uh crash, right? And it's hard for the body and it's hard for the mind, but not harder for the soul, because it knows, and you have to know, you have to stay conscious about that it is only for 3 days. Hardcore. You just stay in bed, make chamomile tea, warm something, make yourself good, prepare yourself. I have to say, I did it, I stopped drinking in the last 7 years 3 times. It was 2 times for 1.5 year and 1 time for half year. And I think there was some period more, but so I did it many times, and I can tell you, first time it was really hard. It was incredibly hard to get out because I was not conscious still about that. Now, last time it was really easy, and I quite didn't feel much about that. Any addiction I stopped because I have many. That I came over. I stopped coffee. I stopped internet for 2 months. I'm back again. It was kind of detox. Even detox are okay to do, right? If you're not really sure that you want to stop forever, do at least detox, do it like you want to stop forever. If you start again, don't feel guilty. Just, see what is happening. Just try to analyze what is happening. Where is the difference, and start to feel what is better for you. And then it helps you for another decision, maybe in the future. I stopped also tobacco, and I stopped also weed. I'm really weed lover. I could stop everything, but I was not able to stop weed, never. But this we make maybe different part. I stopped addiction on television, on pills, because of my pains when I was young. So many addictions. We can talk about it. So, but the 3 days are always the same when you stop. Whatever you stop, it's 3 days of crisis, right? So you disconnect from the evil, from the dark, right? From the addictions. It cannot. You break the chains. It's tough to manipulate you really. You stop to be under that. So it's 3 days. Stay conscious, go over that, fight it, and after 3 days you will see it's getting more psychological. So when you see beer, you want to buy it. When somebody drinks, you start to feel that you want also always stay conscious that you want to stop, that you don't drink alcohol. You have to put in your mind the switch that you're not I am alcoholic. You have to change it to I'm abstinent, right? I don't drink. Put it in your mind, and anytime you feel like, oh yeah, I don't drink, I don't want. No, remember how you were before and see that you have bright future. As you make it many times, you can really see the difference when you were sober and when you were drunk. How